I'm vlogging, and I actually am having a friend come over around 12 o'clock, and she, oh my god, my screen, it's so dirty, is going to be coming over, and she's going to probably spend the night, but I really want to do an up all night challenge with her, which is basically where your goal is to stay up all night and not to fall asleep. Now, I will have, like, if we were to do this, I would probably have the largest issue with that because I don't ever seem to be able to stay up. Like 0%, never able to stay up, never would happen. It would just, like, be a fail. But I still want to do it. Like, yeah. That totally makes sense. So hopefully that'll hold. Like, I have a wall right there that's holding it. But I made this slime, and it's a very glossy, fun slime to play with. It's just a little bit sticky, so I kind of want to reactivate it, because it's, like, really quite sticky. It kind of needs to just be reactivated. Just needs to, like, be more activated. Like, I liked it, and then I found out, oh yeah, I probably need to reactivate this, like, activate it some more, which is totally possible. So, my slime is not, like, dead yet, but it is quite messy. So, all my slimes that are upstairs right now are, like, not going to work out. Like, they're way too messy. So, I'm going to be right back, just a second. And I'm back! So yeah, so my friend's coming over and I want to do a challenge with her. I don't know what that challenge would be, but it would probably be like a really fun challenge. So yeah, if you guys want to see more challenges on my channel, I'd love to do them. I actually am going to go try to make slime bubbles for you guys. But it's actually Friday, and I'm supposed to be at school, but we had a snow day, woo woo. And I found out because my dad didn't tell me until I was already up, but I assumed he had just woken up. But I am up, and he's like, well, I'm in the bathroom. He knocks on the door and says, oh, you have no school. I was like, what? Like, I'm already ready. He's like, you can go back to sleep. I'm like, it's not happening. Not happening. Like, I've already woken up. Not happening. Nope, nope, can't happen. Never happens. So I was like, what am I going to do? So we're going to see here. I don't think you guys can see. Oh my lord. Okay, we're going to try making slime bubbles. Over here. I'm really worried that my phone is going to fall. So, but this is my best slime for making slime bubbles, and it's really fun. But it's exactly the same recipe as the blue slime. It's a 3-ingredient recipe, basically. Unless you add sparkles or color or whatever, then you can always add more. Then it's always more, but, so, really fun. Like, this is the best slime, including the blue slime. Like, so these are, like, my favorite slimes out of my bunch because I can make ginormous slime bubbles with them. So, well, when I first made the blue slime and it wasn't that sticky, but then I put it in its bag and it just got worse and worse and worse. Like, it was sticky, but it wasn't like that sticky, and I kind of liked it. Ooh, I made one! Not one of my biggest. I made some pretty big ones. I don't want to make ginormous ones because we have our stove right there. Although we want to get our stove replaced, I don't think they want slime on the stove, so we're going to try not to make that happen. And it's a little bit sticky, but I feel like slime bubbles you have to have a little bit stickier slime to make good slime bubbles. It keeps on ripping, and so, like, making a hole in the middle, so what I like to do to help with that is I like to do the Instagram swirl and then doing the pops because it helps to get the air bubbles out, which will pop when you do that. And so I do this. I am getting way better at my Instagram swirls. Like before, my Instagram swirls sucked with my other slimes. I guess I could always try to make slime bubbles with my other ones, but they're just not like, and I didn't add any lotion to make this sticky nuttin'. It's like just a basic fluffy slime recipe, and so it's like not really anything special. You saw that guy. Nice slime bubble. So we'll probably get out my other slimes and test those that are like that you can work with. Enough. Let me know, should I do a slime tutorial? Because I feel like I should. Like, shouldn't I? Like, slime tutorials, like, are, like, isn't slime becoming popular again? I feel like it is. I feel like I see it more in the school. Like, over the summer, it kind of lost its vibe. In the beginning of the year, it's kind of lost its vibe. And at the end of the year, for school, it lost its vibe. And now I think it is coming back, and I am more than happy to start making slime tutorials. I do want to actually open up a slime shop where I make slime. But you have to, like, let me know if you want to have me make a slime shop. Like, I know that there's a lot of slime shops out there, and that, like you can order from any sort, but I feel like I want to make one. And my slimes, since actually, like, this kind of slime doesn't cost that much to make, like, I feel like a 6-ounce slime for me, or even, so 8-ounce slime is the biggest. So if I were to do an 8-ounce slime, I'd probably sell it, like, for $5, like, because I'm making then, like, a $3 profit. And you guys also have to pay shipping, which is also expensive, depending on where you live. Since I live in Wisconsin and maybe you live in California, the shipping is going to be horrendous. So, I mean, like, honestly, that's my swirl. Not that good. Let's get out another one of my slimes. So I have 2 of the same slimes. So I can only do this. I can only, like, actually work with these, like, enough. Like, the others need to be activated a lot more. So these are the only, like, slimes that really work. And I have a full of, I have another bag like this one, but I just separated it. I forget to zip this because it's, like, hard. Oh my god. Oh my lord. It's almost dried out. So I forgot to bleeping zip this. Oh my god. It, like, is totally overactivated. Like, so this was actually the first time I ever made, and I overactivated it. But it was my first time making slime. It's not that clicky, but I still like it. Like, once you start to work with it, you'd think it just rip. Like, you'd think that it would just rip, but it actually, like, once you start working with it a little bit more, like, it doesn't make slime bubbles. Like, it's too overactivated to make slime bubbles. And can you guys give me some help on how do I make this less activated? Like, I do want to add some lotion to make this a little bit softer because it seems very, very hard. We're going to add some foaming hand soap in just to see if that'll help a little bit. Because I honestly, like, the fact that it was open the last 3 hours, no wonder why my hands dried out. So my brother made some of this stuff, and his dried out within a day, probably because the bag wasn't completely closed, but he blames me for not adding a certain ingredient, but Not true, people, right? Like, slime dries out. It's not, like, if you don't close the bag, it's gonna dry out. I'm hoping this doesn't underactivate this, but, like, honestly, I wasn't liking the texture. It was just so hard. It's a little bit stickier because now it's, like, a little bit better for activation wise. And it smells like candy apple, which is the flavor. But, I mean, this slime is freaking stretchy. And, like, at first thoughts, like, when you first feel this slime, you would ultimately think it's probably butter slime. No clay was added. This is, like, my secret recipe slime, and it turns out like butter slime, and it is so freaking cool. So, it kind of rips if you go too fast, but if you just kind of, like, slowly pull it, it, like, stretches, like, really far. That's not even as far as it can stretch. Like, that's just, like, a little bit of how much it can stretch. So you'd think, like, because of how stretchy it is, you'd think it'd be able to make slime bubbles. Sadly mistaken. See, it, like, just pops. Like, that's actually the first time I've tried it. I don't know. The foaming hand soap kind of helps, but it wasn't, like, it didn't really help. Like, it's back to, like, the same. So, yeah. I don't know. I think I'm going to end off this vlog, or this slimeness video. Should we end off with an Instagram swirl? I think we should. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was very, very random. It was probably pretty boring, but I kind of just talked, and you saw me play with slime. I love slime. Like, ever since I started watching slime videos, I've been obsessed, and for my birthday, I'm just asking for money, but I also want to ask for slime stuff so that I can make more slime, because I'm almost out of slime stuff. So, like, that was a bad Instagram swirl. So we're going to try this one more time.